Hey folks, welcome to episode 63 of this Let's Play series of Shadow Empire. We are on round number 117. Okay, let's get straight into it. There was a battle here. It didn't actually show us what happened. But this looked like this is another faction. Taridor, maybe? I forget which one it is. But they are also attacking our neighbours. Or our enemy, I should say. Okay, so we were actually attacked here, and we stood firm, no losses, and we actually defeated some of their troops too. It looked like there was mainly militia they were attacking us with, I think. Again, they attacked us with some militia here. Well, it was a mixed force look. But we did actually lose 100 troops there. And they're just redeploying into defensive positions. This is Rashoye packs. And they're just kind of redeploying just to keep track of our deployments ourselves. Now, we've got a non-aggression pack with them, so that's kind of unnecessary. Ah, now one of our neighbours is pushing into us there. I wonder if that's Montefel. So what I'm talking about is on the western front. I think that's what it was. No, it's Caranon packs. Interesting. We've actually got Montefel, Caranon packs, and Robespierre Republic. All in one space here, although it looks like Caranon packs are actually... It looks like they've pushed back Robespierre here. That's interesting. There's Robespierre Republic, look. And there's Montefel. I think Robespierre are... Have a look at this. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong... I want to have a look at regimes. Yeah, they're at war with everyone. It looks like the AI is starting to swallow one another. And Robespierre was doing really, really well. And it's looking like they're not doing so good now. Yeah, they're really far down, look. Like, right at the bottom. That's interesting. I wonder what's happened. I don't know if that's just because I've not got eyes on them so much. Or whether it is because they are just being... I mean, look. Caranon pack is actually pretty big. I think, yeah, Montefel... They're at war with everybody, basically. It might be wise for me to declare war on them and then take, and try and take what they've got. This is what happened. Like they've got syndics in power, and the syndics have just... They've either declared war on everybody, or the enemies are declaring war on them. Ah, why are we not getting supplies here? Oh, it's energy. So, since we've switched to these laser guns, look, we've not actually got we've not got the ammunition for them coming through yet. Okay, let's have a look at the vidcom for the turn. Okay, so we made our promise to get recon on more hexes. We conquered Maysville. We discovered manpads, and we've discovered Thropter wings. So we can create those crazy ornithopters from Dune. And Thropters are meant to be really good. Alright, let's have a look at the decisions for the turn. There's quite a few of them, as usual. Incident with a joke gone wrong. Bertie Starman, Director of the Applied Science Council. This is Skull Tower. I'm just gonna ignore it. I don't care if they're a bit upset. Okay, so now let's put Luna Arrakis, this Capacity 5 leader, as one of our advisors. This is a really powerful thing to do. Now, I mean, she could go anywhere and just absolutely excel. But I think having her as an advisor might make sense, because we can quickly redeploy her to where she's needed. So I forget now. Let's just go to... There's so many ways of doing this now. I think because originally it was you only really had the personnel overviews. I don't think you really use I don't really use this so much anymore now that Vic's added the leader tab in the management system. I guess most of you guys won't have seen when he did that. He did that quite early on in the game's development, or at least he did it kind of early. I don't know if it came out just before the game was released. Okay, so here, this is the cabinet overview. This is where it tells you. So it tells you who they're attached to. So Luna Arrakis is not currently attached. Now, where do you think we might want to have this person attached? Well, we're going to want to have it attached to anything that is particularly, in need of... Yeah, look, Governor of Gigwa. This person is attached to the Governor of Gigwa. That's quite interesting. But Luna Arrakis she could go anywhere. She's like really, really good. This is like one of the best heroes I've ever seen, actually. After complaining all that time about the capacity ones that I was getting, I've actually started to get a few decent characters finally. I almost feel like I'm wasting her as an advisor, but I think what I'll do... This guy's pretty good in the Air Force Council now. I'm tempted to get her on the Air Force, attached to the Air Force Council. One thing that you can do, right, is if you go to urgent issues, and you can look at some, where you've got problems, basically. So, Maysville, Percy, Gigwa, Gannet, hungry population, low population happiness. So sometimes you can just be like, okay, I'm gonna add this advisor to, this zone or to one of the governors. Maybe we've got diplomatic issues, so perhaps I'll send it to the Foreign Affairs Council, that kind of thing. The only thing that she's not overtly great at the moment is military stuff, but she's got a war rating of 59. I mean, even with a 0 combat rating, she would learn this exceptionally quickly being a Cap 5. But I think she's going to be best suited, to go in and work with investigation's really, really high, so she'd be good for sorting out any unrest events we were getting. I don't think we've got any crippling unrest. I could temporarily assign her to... Let's just have a look where we were having issues with zones again. So, I don't know, Maysville, for example. We could probably get her reducing unrest quickly in Maysville. I might actually do that and just make sure that I unassign her relatively quickly. Because I don't think I need any any council particularly boosting. Where's Maysville? That's this one. Let's just get her attached to... we've got a governor there first. So this is the first job. Let's appoint a governor. So he's okay. No, he's terrible. He's also terrible. Well, he's Cap 1. He's kind of okay, but let's get someone in for this job who's going to be useful. Now, there's a senior. We could go for a senior and gamble on that. We could go for a civilian. Civilian's usually a better bet. Fonzie Lionway, Cap 2. Wow, administration investigation. This guy's going to be good. Oratory as well. Yeah, this guy's going to be good in this position. So let's get him. Let's get him there.
Yes, sir.
We might not actually need to assign our advisor there. In which case, I think I might get her going into one of the one of the cabinet members. So Breck Jones is already helping the Economic Council, but I might... What about... this guy's... We've already got someone really good on the military research. Let's get... Call Freck Jones and let's just detach him for the time being. And we're going to get Luna Arrakis attached to the Economic Council. Porky Permanon is currently... He's actually quite good, but he's not going to be doing so well because he's not... Look, he's actually a bit annoyed. I think I might play a stratagem on him while I've got the... while I'm looking at him. Medal of Merit is really expensive. We don't want to retire him. Could give him a commercial gift. A bonus payment might work. That only improved it by 2, so that's not a lot. But then we only gave him a pittance. Commercial gift might increase it more. Let's just have a look what this does. We improve leader with 5d20 modified for egoism. That's 23 points. That's a lot better. Okay, so that costs a little bit more money and some political points, but I think it was well worth it. And we want this guy happy, really. He's like he doesn't like enforcement, so maybe he's not very happy because we've been doing something like that. But he's okay at technical stuff. Look, and I am going to attach Luna Arrakis to him. She is different. I don't know if she's a different society. Yeah, this guy's not attached. Look. So yeah, let's get her attached to him. Where are you? Economic Council. Military Research Council. There we go. I was looking right at him. Okay, there we go. So that's that. I'm going to go through and just make sure that I'm swapping those around a little bit more frequently now. Foreign Affairs Council. Yeah, we don't want any minor diplomacy. Yes, don't need those cards now. Food theft in Percy. This one is here. We have got some troops in there. Okay, we succeeded in containing the thieves. Minor worker strike in Baden. Why are you guys striking, I wonder? It's interesting. Baden. Okay. What's happening in Baden? High civilization. Ah, security scores low, look. Are they building anything? No. So let's get... We've just built bureaucratic officers. Let's get them building a barracks. That's going to help fix that issue in the short term. In the long term. In the short term... Well, you don't have enough troops. How many troops have we got here? Just militia. Well, let's get a machine gun battalion. Machine gun regiment. We don't need fallings. We'll just have the 0 gun 5. Okay.
Order received.
Okay. That'll teach him. Minor worker strike in Maysville. Maysville is the one we've just taken. And now I do wonder if we might be better off actually using force here, just so that we get the fear points to bring down the unrest a little bit quicker. Let's see if we can clear this pocket first. Let's try and clear it. Yeah, I lost some troops. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Look, we lost 200 troops. So let's get these guys moved in. That means we can now take... Oh, this is Robosphere, look. Robosphere has crept in there. Let's just attack this HQ.
Good job.
Yeah, they didn't even fight back. They've just got no supply. So let's get those guys in.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we succeeded in cracking down on that one. Peter, that's on the other side, I think. Let's go to the strategic map. Oops, my little tool is in the way, so... Peter. There we are, right up that end. Northwest. Okay. They've just got low conditions, that's what it is here. We probably want to increase... I don't know, I'll leave it for the time being. Let's just give in some demands there. Yeah. Oh, starting to get some autocracy points finally. Minor worker strike in Betifer. Okay, again, let's just we'll just give in some demands. Mostly because I can't be bothered to sort that one out. Abductions in Betifer. 12 political points, that's a lot, isn't it? Let's come back to that. Governor of Percy. Now, just get all the way back to Percy. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Okay. Wow, we've got so many zones. It's crazy. I've never had this many zones before. So what's going on in Percy? We've got one. Okay. So they're only making one. Let's put the worker salary up quite high there. Allow emergency food. I'm going to start putting these guys on never fire. It's not got very many. It's not got many people here. You do want to allow emergency food. There we go. Okay, and spies and carried on facts have found some information. Now, I think I was supporting the syndics here, wasn't I? Let's have a look at carried on packs again. Okay, the real yeah, they've got corporatists in power at the moment. We probably want the real politicers in power because they're going to be friendlier to us for the most part, although this game's shifting quite quick. I do wonder if these guys might end up being our main foe now. Just scroll it a little bit so that we've just got... So we've got Gigare kind of more in focus. Okay, so we've got Gigare on the east. We've got these kind of neutral factions in the middle, which might make easier pickings, to be honest. Then we've got Karanon Pax, which is our closest rival now, I think. So with regards to victory points, those guys are probably going to be the ones that we want to fight. But they're going to be strong, I think. Karanon Pax, yeah, they're quite close. We are going to have to knock them down somehow. Now, I believe that we've got some spies in there. They're at war with Montefelt and Robisphere. They are going to probably wipe the floor with both, by the looks of it. Which means that we need to be expanding pretty quick too. However, we've got more territory than Karanon Pax at the moment. It's just this great big unwieldy shape, right? I might... I don't know. We could try to go for the victory pact with these guys. But I don't think the last time I looked, they weren't interested in increasing our... Let's have a look. Where are we? Not victory pact. It's friendship pact. They weren't interested in that. So yeah, we're not going to get it. We're too low. So we'd have to raise our... I'm not sure what it is I'd have to do. Probably go for something like a trade agreement. You know, like a... Where are we? Free trade it will be. Yeah, they're not like they're even not that interested in free trade. Let's try this. And it's 11 political points. I might just leave it for the time being. 17th Heavy Infantry Machine Gun Brigade. Let me come back to that in a minute. So I think I'm gonna get the trade faction in if I can.
Yes, sir.
Just so it buys us a little bit more time. Abductions in Bitva. Yeah, let's try and do this. It's gonna be, mind you.
Yes, sir. Roger that.
Failure. Yeah. Okay. All right. We need to, and now we need to get a decent military leader in. It's the wrong tab.
Roger that.
Decisions. There we go. Chet Thallowaste. He looks most suitable. Okay. Now, that was the Heavy Machine Gun Brigade. I put them here, didn't I? Just to replace this. We're moving the 12th Corps out. So these guys are going to go kind of like here, basically. 3, 4, 5. There we go. We'll just have them like that. We'll just have the... we'll move the HQ back. Alright. So that's all the decisions for the turn. Let's see if we can get this war finished. I don't know how long. I mean, we're relatively close. We're getting pretty close to finishing this one now, I think. So let's move over. This was the second corps, second machine gun infantry corps. This is now clear. Let's see if we can clear this pocket. I'm not sure how easy this is going to be. Let's try to get the 6th in 2.6. We'll see if we get the blockers. Yeah, we'll get those blockers in from this armored brigade too. We could have temporarily attached them to the same SHQ, but I don't think it matters. Yeah, we didn't lose anyone. Okay, so that was a big pocket we destroyed. Alrighty. So, we're going to move the 6th over to start. I mean, some of these can probably start disengaging now from this war. I might transfer some of the troops over from one of these bike squadrons to the other. Hold on. So we want to transfer from them to them. Okay, that won't work, and we can't do that one either. Okay, no worries. Let's just move them over here then, and I'll send these guys, stick them there for the time being. Don't know if we'll be able to replenish them here. No. After this war is done, I think it's going to be important for me to kind of reorganize, you know, to really sort of reorganize and rethink my military forces depending on what I'm going to be needing. Let's just wipe out these marauders. Don't think these are going to do me any damage. Oh, we didn't manage to kill them. Yeah, this armoured brigade now wants to... Probably want to move up here. As far up this way as we can go. One. Yeah, I've got most of them. Just try and find the others. There we are. These guys are in need of some replacements, but I'll keep them in the fight for the time being. I think it might be good to have some buggies down here just so we've got some recon. Now, we've got the 14th motorized. Now this has all been taken. Look, this transport derelict. What's that? It's a recycling place. Yeah, this is where it looks like this is where the nomads have just moved in basically and vultured some of the territory away. I think I'm going to move the for the most part I'm going to move the motorized infantry brigade up this way. And the 10th, I'll move the 10th down this way. We are kind of getting to the point, I think, where we've probably got too many troops down here. You know, and it's not always good to be, you don't want to be just sort of straining the logistics so much. I had a real near miss a couple of turns ago with starvation. I had to really think about that to try to figure that out. Let's just invade these guys. I don't care. They're just going to pester me otherwise.
Go, go, go. Mission accomplished.
There we go. We've only got 500 men there. That's not a good move. Ah, these could get cut off if we're not careful. Oh, that's a It's a flak battalion. I don't think we're going to have much trouble from them. Okay, most of these guys are now kind of getting into the position I want them to be in. Get these blockers in place. What else? 7th. 7th are looking a bit shabby. I was just expecting these earlier on and I was like, these guys looking a bit... They kind of need some attention. Let's see if we can push them back. Yeah, no, I'm just going to attack with this independent tank battalion first, I think. See if we can push through. Okay, that wasn't the best idea I've ever had. It worked, but with some losses, unfortunately. So see if we can take this tank battalion out. Come on, you can do it, guys. Come on, you can do it. There we go, we overran them. Excellent job. Okay, so this looks like all of these guys are going to be dying because of supply. So let's send the infantry in with the tanks.
Let's go.
Oh, they're giving as good as they get. But they, yeah, they've got. I think they've just got better. They've got better technology here by the looks of it. So, who are we going to move in? Send this blocker in. And now these guns can defend quite well. Oh, they've got RPGs as well. But we got them. Great job. So, really we want to kind of get an encirclement if we can. That would be ideal. But we have got some guns now. It might be a matter of just going straight for the city. Yeah. Can we attach these tanks to the 7th? The answer is yes. With one of them at least.
Let's go.
Come on. Yeah, we got it.
Operation successful.
Great job. So, move the lines in further. Okay. Now, I don't have enough infantry along this northern. Like this is what I want to do. We've got these guys here, and I'd like to get them down this way. But the problem is I don't have enough troops, and I can't really rely on these guys. They're not really strong enough. I've actually consolidated these reptiloids into a new group, but yeah, they're not really solid enough to kind of hold the line on their own. So we can't. I don't know what to do here because we're not really, running out of time necessarily. But I'd like to get this done kind of quickly. And I don't want to just be. I don't want to be bashing myself against those lines. You've seen what happens. We do lose troops, even though they are severely out of supply, and they will be getting some supplies. But they're on. Look, the AI set most of them to no retreat, so they're just they're just going to fight to the last man, and that's not good for us. Really, we want to try and get an encirclement down. I think it might be wise to try and get. Okay, here's how I'm going to do it. Look, I'm going to shuffle them all along like that. These guys don't need so much in the way of supplies. We just make sure that we are getting supply out there. Yeah, we're going to get some supply. So it's more that I don't want Tarador intruding into this, because Tarador, we already share a border with Tarador. It's not a large one. This is Vertillo. But yeah, if I could cut them off here, if I could cut Tarador off here, because Tarador have actually been doing quite a good job of pushing these guys back this way. And whilst that's kind of, you know, well, you know, that's what they're going to do, because the AI just seems to like dogpiling one another in order to take territory quick. And I don't necessarily need more land at this point, but I guess because it's hard to defend it all, right? It's going to be difficult to defend all this stuff. I don't even know if we're going to need these guns here now. I think by the time they get down here, the war's going to be over. But yeah, I think I can defend what I've got. Just thinking about it on a more sort of top-down level now, I think I'm just going to need better infrastructure. So I'm going to have to start getting... I want some rail stations down here. And I think eventually this is going to be a third SHQ in this area here. Because strategically, this is going to be important. It's possible that, you know, any of these attackers, they could kind of cut us off, like from the main empire. So if they've got their own SHQ here, this could be helpful. Alright. How many zones have I got now? I'm interested to know the answer to that question. I wonder if there's a report that tells you. 33 zones. Right, so we've got... this is definitely the most zones I've ever had in a game. It's funny because I was reading on the Matrix forum. There was a... I didn't reply to it in the end, but... There's a guy who's saying, "Oh yeah, I'm playing a game through. I've nearly won, and I've just got one city." And I was like, how on earth have you played a game right through from start to finish with just one city? But I think you can kind of do that in Shadow Empire, I guess. Apparently, he said, you know, you have 500,000 people in it, and it's like, wow, well that's a lot. I've got nothing like that. I don't think any of my zones. Yeah, Gigwire, look, it's got the most population. And, you know, a lot of my population is sort of sub 10,000, look, even. So it's kind of interesting because 5, 6, 7, 8, and 11. Yeah, it shows 11 on each page for some reason. It's kind of interesting that I've not really ran into any need to have very, very large cities. I was warned about this. You know, if you do make a lot of your own zones, then you can't get bigger. You know, it's more difficult to get population growing in just a few of your zones. At the moment, I can't see why you would need that, personally. Other than, I guess, just fewer zones are easy to defend, maybe. But, you know, you get a bit, like, for example, with many zones, you can have, like, bureaucratic offices, like, all over. You know, obviously, you are... I mean, I'm starting to get issues with bureaucratic... You know, with excessively large bureaucracy. Look, because out of... We're producing 5,000, we're getting 1,700 penalty. So, you know, we are losing a lot because of the sheer size of our bureaucracy now. But anyway, yeah, that's about it. I forget what I was doing with these guys. I think they were coming down this way. Yeah, I've got to be careful of Carador, I think. I think these guys are going to be... This regime is probably going to be the one that we're going to be tussling with. Carrion packs. For the moment. You know, at the moment we're kind of happy. They're happy with us, but... Yeah. Okay. Pretty much everything else is just going to be a matter of me just sort of moving some units around. Oh, we do have some minor combat issues on this side, so... Nah, there's nothing. We could actually invade Montefel at this point. Okay, I want to get these guys more fuel for their guns, so... But I do actually want to redeploy them as well. I think they should be able to... They should be still getting the fuel that they need. 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, there we go. That's a whole lot. And, yeah, I kind of want to swap them out for this group now. I don't think... I'm considering invading Montefel, to be honest. Just because Carrion Pax are fighting them now as well. And I don't want them to take any more land.
Copy that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get a road in this way. Now we've got a very, very narrow combat width, you know, combat front here, or battle frontage, whatever you want to call it. So there we go.
All clear, sir.
And we got this flak battalion to retreat. Okay. We need to get some eyes on Pacifica. So there we go. Let's go to covert ops. And we'll get some spies in. So I think I'll try to go for... No, we're not targeting Celtris. We're targeting Pacifica, I think. It's this one. That's easy to do. So let's try and get some more in.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we've got a spy team in there. And I'll try and get one in one of these adjacent zones too. So we've also got this zone here. Moofmul. Muffmul. It's a very strange name. That looks like they're going to... I don't think we're going to get that before... Oh no, this is Montefiore 2. Interesting. And then we've got Last Camp. Let's get some in Last Camp as well. Maybe just one.
Yes, sir.
Critical success. So we've got 2 in there, which is good. Okay, and probably... Let's try again and we'll get some into one of the other areas. Maybe this one here.
Yes, sir.
I wonder if Rushoye packs are still at war with them. Where are they? Can't see... Got Rushoye Pack's trade details. Overview. Can't see that. Unless I'm just being really, really blind. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I really struggle when there's with this kind of like dense information dense things like that. Okay, so yeah, they are at war with Montefiore. Ah, why haven't they got leader? It's interesting. Marius Blanc. Oh, of course, right, sorry. Yeah, it's just showing you there. Okay, right, so I got a bit distracted, but yeah, so we've got some spies in here now, so we should probably think about getting some more, maybe get some armor now. We can probably get, oh, mind you, we don't have much in the way of metal. Yeah, metal's a bit of a problem. I think we can probably start re-diverting some of the tanks that we had. Let's get these independent tank battalions. Let's get these guys over here. Don't immediately need them against Vertillo. Vertillo seem like they're being relatively friendly at the moment. I'm hoping I can rely on them staying that way just for a little while. If Montefiore come up me with something, you know, that my infantry can't deal with, I'll need to find a way of dealing with them. Alright. All these units that I started moving ages ago that I've just never really done anything with, look. Let's just kind of start moving them down here. it might be wise to get an airbase in one of these places now. Although they are both currently building something, so I'll probably leave it for the time being. Now we've started another war, we probably want some more ammunition.
Yes, sir.
Let me think about this. Yeah, these have all moved. Let me think about this. Do I want to set them on a stance of some kind? No, I'll leave them for the time being. With an infantry brigade and an infantry corps, we might have enough to be able to encircle and take some, you know, some territory. But they're probably going to need a little bit more backup than that. So let's move these irregulars down as well. Let's get these irregulars can be really useful when there's not so much supply. And I'm going to build a sealed road down here as well. Yeah, we've got plenty of infrastructure. In fact, we could even get a railroad. One, two, three, four. Yeah, this is gonna. It's gonna put give us administrative strain. That's the only thing. But I think I'm gonna do it. Just so we can rapidly redeploy stuff. Might actually be worth just making a new zone here. Problem is, it's right next to this robosphere, so maybe not. Let's just get a railhead up there anyway.
Aye, aye, sir.
Might be worth getting an airbase up there as well eventually. This is going to cause some administrative strain, unfortunately, on robbers, but I'm not going to worry too much about that for the time being. Okay. Let's get these guys into position 2. These irregulars could be quite useful. Alright. That's looking good. That's looking good. We'll move the... let's move the 12th down this direction too. Okay. There we go. Alright, so... yeah, it's going to take a while to redeploy some of these troops. I think that's about it. I don't want to spend too much money because we don't have a whole lot. The traders don't have a lot of money either. And I don't really want to be selling too much stuff. I mean, rare metals I can probably afford to sell a few. We sell a few machines as well, since we're actually building quite a lot of those. Okay. And I think that's going to be it for the turn, guys. So, yeah, I shall probably catch... I might move these, actually. I just might as well make use of these rockets that I started creating. Yeah, we are running a little bit low on metal. Metal is looking to be an issue, so I think I'm going to figure out how I can solve this particular shortage. Part of it will be because we're building some fairly hefty stuff. Okay, guys, I'll catch you in the next episode. See you later.